I'm Ron Miller. My law firm handles truck accident cases in Maryland. This video is to help you better understand the settlement value of your truck accident case. Many law firms claim to handle truck accident cases because they're often larger cases that involve serious injury or death. Our law firm has had over a dozen truck accident cases where we won at trial or settled for more than 7 figures. We have a track record and a history of success for maximizing the value of truck accident cases for people just like you. I understand these cases, I understand how they're valued. I've actually been named as an expert witness in a case on the subject of valuing truck accident cases. If you want to better understand the settlement value of a truck accident case, it's a good idea in Maryland to work backwards. What is the maximum amount of money you can receive on the claim? Most states, and Maryland's no exception, have caps on damages. In Maryland, the most you can receive for pain and suffering in a truck accident case in 2020 is between $875,000 and $2,187,500. So that's a big gap. What's the difference between the two numbers? The cap for $875,000 is the most that any living plaintiff can receive for pain and suffering in Maryland. In wrongful death cases, the amount goes as high as $2,178,500 if the victim had more than one wrongful death beneficiary. So that's the reason for the gap between the two numbers. But this is just for pain and suffering. There's also often past and future lost wages and past and future medical bills. This here is an example of one of my clients' damages in a truck accident case. So this is this client's best day scenario. Now, few defendants are ever going to pay the most they could ever be required to pay you at trial. So how much of a discount do you give? In most truck accident cases that my law firm handles, the trucking company pretends that they're not claiming responsibility. But they know that they're responsible. We know that they know they're responsible. So I'm not giving much of a discount for the risk of losing at trial. But there are cases where there is a real issue as to who's responsible. So what is the risk of losing? Go back to the earlier example. Let's say there's a 40% chance of losing at trial. That's what you've estimated. That means that there's a 60% chance of winning. So the formula for this case would be the 3.9 million times 0.6. Again, in most of our truck accident cases, responsibility is clear. If it's a wrongful death case, I don't feel the need to concede much of a discount. A death is worth far more than the pain and suffering cap in Maryland. With a living plaintiff, it's really going to depend on the severity of the injuries. I put in a link in the summary notes of this video where you can look at specific injuries to get more information on the value of your case based on the type of injury. So how do you get a settlement like this? The way to get the most money for a truck accident cases is you have to be willing to throw punches. You need to hire a lawyer who will take your case to the courthouse steps and beyond if necessary. Few truck accident cases go to trial, usually the ones that do have significant dispute over who's responsible, or the defense lawyers have calculated that the plaintiff's lawyer is not ready to take the case to trial and win. But to settle, you have to be 100% ready to go to trial. This is some of my insight into my thinking as to how to determine the settlement value of a Maryland truck accident case. If you have a truck accident case, this is what my firm does, and we do it very well. Call me today at 800-553-8882, and we can discuss the options you have for your claim. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.